and then upload it into the patient's chart, and then that way we can have an easy way. Does that make sense? So that we can have a picture of something on the
Absolutely.
physical exam that we're
So
following.
that's actually that's actually what the camera capture is for. And
Okay, I tried to do that, and I couldn't figure out how to do it, because once I tried it, it would only let me upload it to the patient's like picture profile on,
right, so
uh,
I'm going to take a picture of the ceiling here.
okay.
And then if you hit the green checkbox, it will ask you what kind of note type you want to do. So mobile capture
Oh,
is a good note type for these, and I'll save it. It's actually not a note type, but document type. And
yeah.
then in order, so I'll click done there. So in order to view those notes, so now you can't view it in touch at the moment. In order to view those notes, there's two ways of doing it. And for both of those ways, I'm going to go to the desktop for that. And I'll go ahead and show you how to do this.
Thanks for taking a detour. I just haven't been able to figure that one out yet.
That was the detour I had planned next. So,
Sweet.
and let me just remind myself which patient. Okay, kid. Okay. Okay. I'll bring up that patient. So there are a couple of different places you can actually just see the pictures. So on either the workflow pages or the summary pages, we now have the media gallery. So here's the picture I just took. If I want to view it, I can view it here. Again, it's the images are a lot of data, so it takes a second usually to view it.
So
And
this is now on your regular desktop server.
so this is on my regular desktop. From here,
Oh,
you can enlarge the photo. You can zoom into different spots. You can move around. I'm encouraging everybody to use the workflow pages, but if you use the summary pages, it's the media gallery is available as well. And so here it is in the media gallery there. If you're planning on following a rash, I might recommend renaming it, so that then if you end up with a lot of photos, you can go into the search box here and search for rash, and it will bring up your rash pictures, and you don't have to sift through other people's pictures.
oh,
Um,
that's pretty sweet.
yeah, the other way of doing it is to add them to Power Notes. So you can't add them to DynDoc notes right now, but you can add them to Power Notes. I have a pre-completed free text note that's available in my. Actually, I saved one that's called Patient Image just for these. So I'm going to launch into my patient image note here. And so then you click on this little icon that has the mountain, and you want to launch to the Multimedia Manager and click OK. And then you can choose your picture. So this is your rash picture, and include it. And now it's included in your note. Um, if it's included in a note, you can review it in PowerChart Touch. If it's not included in it, because you can review the note and it'll show the picture. But if it's not
Yeah.
included in the note and it's just in the media gallery, then you can't see it on your iPhone or iPad after you've taken the picture.
Okay, and then what about, let's just say, for example, you took a picture of a rash on your phone, before you knew about the Capture app, and you wanted to try and upload that to a patient's chart. Um, is there a way to upload a picture that's been taken and that's actually saved on the phone? Yes, I understand that can be illegal, but let's just say that is the case.
Right, right. Well, as long as there's not any identifying information on it, it's okay to have it on your phone. But yes, you would then need to load it onto a desktop, and there is a way to import the pictures into the desktop version. I,
Okay.
if you
Okay, so you couldn't do it through the Touch app though.
no,
Okay, that's all I need to know.
you
Okay,
could
so I know about the
yeah.
desktop.
If you like had a phone and an iPad, you could take a picture of your iPad with the Touch app, and then you could then load it that way.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Right.
Okay.
So, but you can't upload an existing picture that way. Uh,
Okay, thanks.
yeah. So that's the camera capture. The uh, Some people may use Instanote. All you do with Instanote is bring up a chart and dictate. So it's pretty simple and pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna log in here. Oh, and I have to add the. Let me get the mirroring back on here so you can see. Okay. So here we are in Instanote. And from here, if you want to launch, you can launch a patient, and then you just launch directly into Create Note, and all you need to do is put the note type on it. So this is really designed for things like operative reports where you just dictate the entire note, or maybe like messages if you're using it for on call on the weekend and you're getting patient phone calls or something like that. You guys don't do a whole lot of that. And then the other app that's really helpful is Message Center. Okay. So on Message Center, you can view your messages, you can view results, you can view reminders. You can't create reminders. You can sign orders. And so I'll show you a few of the things. I'll show you a few of the things that you can do from here. We can go into messages. And so here is a patient's chart that I made up here, and the message for me. If you click on their name, it will bring you to a chart summary, so you can see what. So if you got a message, you can then review the chart. You can place orders from here. And then they'll show up in your reply. It's kind of neat. And I'll go back this way here. You can, there are a couple little icons here. You can throw it away. You can reply. I'll go ahead and reply. So here, it's actually giving me this little hint here, which is kind of nice because this is one of the things I wanted to show you. You need to tap, if you tap that, if the patient has the patient portal, and there'll be that little image there of the person. And if you tap on that, it will actually send the message to the patient through the patient portal. And I find that very useful. You can dictate into here. You need to get labs drawn on Tuesday, period.
Yeah, I mean, just as an aside, I've loved having the ability to answer messages through the mobile app because, like you said, when you're at a meeting or say you're out running an errand and waiting on, I don't know, your car's oil to be changed, whatever, you can
Right.
just log in and answer messages and, during the lunch hour, and it's so helpful because you don't have to have a laptop next to you.
Yeah, yeah, it's really nice, and I'm I'm not going to go through a lot of for the results, but the reviewing results is really quite convenient in here, and you can forward results to the patient through the patient portal. I'm not,
Oh, really? That's cool. So you can like create like a letter saying, "Guess what? Everything's great. High
yeah,
five."
exactly. So it's really pretty cool. As you endorse the results, you can select whether you want to forward them. And one of the additional forward actions is send to consumer. And then from there, you can, so if you send it to the consumer, and then you can add a little note about what you want to say. Your labs were all normal. Your 1 hour was high. You need to get a 3 hour drawn. I put an order in. You'll need to be fasting. You can do that there. You should be able to then also endorse it and send it to other providers, but right now that isn't working. That's going to take some design on Ventura's side for that. But it should be working at some point. I don't know when that's going to actually get done. And the uh, you can on a previous screen forward the results to say your MA or something like that. You could do that on the screen before you click endorse. You can do it that way. So that's Message Center. I think Message Center is really helpful.
You hit my pressing questions. We wrote one down while we were talking because we kept interrupting and we felt bad, so we decided to start writing them down. So if
Oh,
this,
that's helpful. Yeah, it's helpful to
um,
go over things that I wasn't clear on. Yeah.
so we saw that you showed us that we could access under orders our own favorites that we've saved.
Yeah.
And we're able to access other people's favorites. Is that something we can do in Touch? Is access, say, AFMC favorites or other people's favorites? You know?
So you can't access shared favorites, but you can access other. Um, you can access the departmental favorites. So I'll go back here.
Just
This patient has a lot of orders, and I'm thinking it's not liking that. Let me.
It's like, are you sure you want to order everything?
Yeah, well, because it's reviewing all of the, it's bringing up like it's making sure all their orders are okay, and there's so many of them that it's going crazy. So I'm going to add an order here. So under folders, you can so the other thing you can review. So this is my home folder. So whichever one you saved as a default on the desktop, you can then access. So if you use a lot
Oh, okay.
different, so if you want to access the AFMC folders, you can save the main folder as your home folder, and then it will show you all of the. Then you can look into all those and choose orders from there. If you want, like just in general, all of the different departmental folders, then you can save that as your home folder, and you can look at the orders under. You can look at all of them. You just have to. It's just more clicks to get to the actual orders.
Sure, sure. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, and that's done on the desktop. So on the desktop, you choose a home folder, and then once you've chosen a home folder on the desktop, then you can see those orders in that home folder on the app.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully that made sense.
I think that's all our questions on our end. This was super helpful. Josie, do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, Amy.
Okay, great. Is anybody else still on the call and have any questions?
No, that's it for me too. Thanks a bunch.
Okay, okay, great. So let me know if anything else. I'll probably run my next session being a kind of Q&A session. So if anything comes up and you want to join again, we'll probably do another one of those.
Oh,
Great.
Amy, I
Thanks.
have one quick question. So like I said a couple weeks ago, I upgraded my phone to a newer model, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But so
Uh-huh.
if I could get another code
Yes. So
for
if you still have that document that I sent you that had the link, you
yes.
can get it there. Um,
Uh-huh.
Also, you should be a member of the PowerChart Touch group, and
Right.
there is a files section in the PowerChart Touch group. And
Uh-huh.
in the files check section should be the most recent um, facts. It's actually not the most recent one, but it's pretty close. And it has the link, and then you can just click on the link and request access, and then it'll get approved for you.
Okay.
And don't worry about, you can have as many devices as you want. Don't worry about like using too many codes or, that. And I'd say probably it's very typical that, somebody signs up, we send out a code, and then within a few weeks they want another one because they got a new, they went out and they bought something new. I think everybody uses this as an excuse to buy a new device that they wanted to have anyways.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Okay. Thanks again, Amy.
great. Thanks. Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Bye.